The latest official figures show that 1 in 3 men and women of working age in Britain have no pension savings. With an expected increase in the elderly population and the influx of immigrants in recent years, experts say Britain is looking at a bleak future.
If you're surviving on the basic state pension, it is hard. You have to have a fairly basic standard of living. Really, and I think what's particularly hard over the last year or so is that all the basics they rely on, heat, light, food, the cost of all of that has been going up more than the sort of stated RPI, if you like, and I think that they've really had it bad.
Liddy is 78 and still lives in the house she shared with her husband and son. But now she's alone and survives only thanks to the savings made by her late husband. Her pension just about covers food and basic clothing.
Well, I think everybody's in the same boat as I am. I mean, you get the pension, it's just £93 a week, but you could never keep a house or everything going on that, not when you count council tax, rent, electric, water rates, house insurance, your phone. How could you pay that out of £90 odd? It's impossible.
In Liddy's days, there was hardly any choice of pension schemes. Today, the situation is very different. You can choose from a variety of options, but almost half of the UK population say they don't understand the complexity of the products, and that stops them from putting a pension in place.
Now, a few years back in Britain, you couldn't really choose what pensions you wanted. It was set for you. You saved into a savings scheme. Now you have your self-invested pension scheme, so you can choose whatever you like. Now, will the man in the street actually be choosing their own pension schemes? Probably not. They'll have to take advice. But more and more people, because they are so fed up with the way that the big city fund managers used to run it, are saying, actually, I could do this myself. So more and more people are saying, yes, I will invest in Brazil, India, China, and of course Russia.
Justin Oakhart Stewart is 53 and has no plans for retirement, but he's convinced investing in Russia is a good bet.
As I get older, I get more defensive, but I also have my money which is a bit riskier. And my riskier money there is going into emerging markets. Russia is, an empire. It's a giant in its own right, but a giant that is again reawakening again. And so the value that it's going to be creating is going to be huge.
It might be hard to imagine that the average person in the street will invest their retirement savings in Russian equities or in Chinese property. But the most adventurous will tell you that it might not be such a bad idea, especially if you want to aim for a comfortable retirement. Daria Pushkova, Russia Today, London.